The topic of my report is Web Designer Training Strategies for NIOSH Users by Tanya White. I will start by giving you an overview of what we will discuss. I will first give you a background introduction into the study. Then I will talk about the methodology that was used to address the overarching question, the results of that methodology, the user profiles, and then the suggested next steps. NIOSH's web team consists of 11 web designers that code the internal and external site using WordPress content management system. Some questions you'll want to address might include: how will users submit bug fix requests for the WCMS? How are new feature releases shared with the user? What training needs will be required when new features are introduced? What is the current method of communication? This report will focus on the need for a training/communication strategy for WCMS users with new features are released or implemented. The point of contact will conduct a survey of the 5 web designer users to collect data, soliciting input from a small sampling prior to the final version to refine the question on the survey, ensuring the correct questions are being asked. The user will also be engaged in refining the new feature release process during the draft phase via peer review. This process will produce a final version of the survey that is representative of the entire group. There is a need to develop a communication strategy and training schedule for new feature releases of the web content management system within NIOSH. Currently, those employers deemed as web designers are invited to attend a Skype meeting to watch a demo of the new features, but no training to follow. Also, no opportunity for question and answer from the user to solidify the learning. Because new features are being introduced monthly, the pace of the release presents a challenge to ensure that all users of the WCMS are properly trained. Let's discuss the methodology. The Web Content Management System point of contact for NIOSH is tasked with the new release communication and training. To train users on new features of the WCMS, the POC will submit a survey to web designer users once the new feature list is released, to determine which feature they would like to see up close. The data from the survey is used to schedule a training session of the new feature. The training session is then presented by the POC. A follow-up survey is sent to the web designer user attendees for feedback on the training. Sample questions for the online survey built using SurveyMonkey, then emailed to the web designers to gather preferences for brown bag sessions. The participants will decide topic, time to meet, best day to meet, and learning style preference. The point of contact should build training materials to ensure a productive outcome of the training session. Surveys will be conducted to ensure the validity of the methodology and to expose common themes of frustration amongst the WCMS users. Conducting the survey will bring some issues to the surface and allow the user to speak freely without criticism or judgment. The survey will allow the POC, or the point of contact, to collect quantitative activity data through volume. The survey will also serve as input to the final process for submitting new feature training requests and bug fix requests. This data collection plan will ensure no step was missed. Within 5 minutes of sending the survey, multiple responses were received from the web designer users, each indicating a positive response to training. This confirmed my suspicion that additional training is indeed needed. There's basically 2 customer profiles that need to be addressed here. One is the WCMS POC. The POC acts as the liaison between the CDC web development team and the NIOSH web designer team. The web designers vary from 20 years to 2 years of employment with NIOSH, with varying professional backgrounds and IT skills. None of them currently have degrees in information technology, but in related fields, such as graphic design. For the most part, there's limited prior knowledge of object-oriented programming and the implementation lifecycle design structure. The next steps are to document the training routines, implement the design NIOSH-wide, and begin instituting the new training strategy outlined in the research. An established sequence of steps to build new web features ensures NIOSH will maintain brand recognition through a standard layout design. Schneiderman's 8 Golden Rules usability guidelines were selected as appropriate heuristics to evaluate this design. Because the NIOSH site is viewed all over the world by individuals seeking guidance on workplace safety and health. As a result, it is important to establish a consistent presence for each of those unique users.